Hey Phoenix, despite this being a challenging year for many, did you know that some local businesses are thriving? For instance, there's a home improvement company with leads up 32%, a local senior healthcare company with 60% more appointments, and a financial services group attracting 21% more new users to their website. How'd they do it? They worked with iHeart. So if your company isn't hitting its growth goals, if you need help reaching new audiences, let's chat. Visit growwithiheart.com today. Again, that's growwithiheart.com.
Okay, if your nights out have been a little repetitive or boring, then I'm here to fix that for you. What's up, guys? Priscilla here. Gila River Resorts and Casinos has entertainment that pops off at all 4 locations: Wild Horse Pass, Lone View, Vicuiva, and Santan Mountain. So there's really no excuse. Like one night, you'll go see I Am King, the Michael Jackson tribute. The next night, you're laughing over Trevor Noah. And then you're fully committed to the vibe at Forever K-Pop. It's giving options. It's giving we're not being boring anymore. So don't wait any longer. Head on over to GilaCasinos.com.
Got something to say?
Love you.
Well, just tap the red talkback mic on the free iHeartRadio app.
Let's go.
Requests, contests, or just to say hi.
Hey, this is Heather.
Get your voice on the air fast.
I got the windows rolled down, the moonroof open.
Open the iHeartRadio app and try it now.
You'll use the radio in your car more than anything else. When buying a new car, make sure the AM/FM is simple, clear, and convenient.
What if your soda actually did something for you? Introducing Sky Pop Protein Soda. Sky Pop Protein Soda has 10 grams of complete protein, 0 sugar, and real delicious soda taste. Sky Pop Protein Soda. Reach for the sky. Get your Sky Pop Protein Soda now at Target.
Hi, this is Sarah at the Department of Rejected Dreams. If you had a dream rejected, IKEA can make it possible.
I've been dreaming of hosting a big dinner party, but I don't have enough plates.
Oh, that's easy.
You don't want to fill his spot with James? He's not available?
So you need more everything. Well, IKEA has all your dining needs from dinner.
I can't hear you now.
Full dining sets.
Wow, everything but the kitchen sink.
Actually, we have those too. Get everything your dream kitchen needs at a price you didn't dream possible. In-store or online at ikea.us/dreamkitchen. Dream the possibilities.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Progressive can help you protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, and RV, and more. And if something wasn't mentioned that you had in mind, find out if it can be covered at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE, because it probably can be.
AmeriCorps makes a difference in the lives of tens of thousands of Arizona children every year. From tutoring to teaching life skills, AmeriCorps is helping kids build brighter futures. Whether it's teaching, gardening, providing healthcare assistance, or serving at food banks, AmeriCorps is there to support the next generation of Arizonans. Find out how you can get involved at serve.az.gov. This message is sponsored by the Governor's Office of Youth, Faith, and Family.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities, so do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I own a coffee shop, and I wanted to label everything with our logo.
That's ambitious.
Cups, boxes, bags.
Ooh, that'll add up.
Not at all. Because right now, Staples prints custom labels for 30% off.
30% off? That's shockingly affordable branding.
Yep. Now our logo and URL are seen all over town.
Brand your business for less at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in-store, online, or in the app by 4/18 to unlock. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Are you facing foreclosure? Then come down to Megalo and Partners. We're a mortgage rescue company, and we can help you keep your house, provided you submit to our plans for galactic domination. No, I'm kidding.
If you're facing foreclosure, talk to the right people. Speak with HUD-approved housing counselors free of charge at 888-995-HOPE. Brought to you by NeighborWorks America and the Ad Council.
How was your break?
It was great until I stopped for gas. Prices have gone up almost $1 with no end in sight. I might have to start watching how much I drive.
That's exactly why I use Upside. I never pay full price for gas with the free Upside app.
Upside?
Yes, Upside. It's the free app gives you cash back just for buying the gas you're already buying. So, even with the rising gas prices, I'll never have to limit how much I drive.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Just last year, I made over $200 with the Upside app.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app right now.
Download the free Upside app to earn cash back on the gas you're already buying. Use promo code FUTURE25 for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FUTURE25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first fill up. That's FUTURE25.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
You've been injured in a car accident? Call Raffy Law Group.
Call Raffy. Call Raffy. Call Raffy. 623-388-4333. Call Raffy. 623-388-4333. Call Raffy. Call Raffy.
Call Raffy Law Group, a local attorney.
I'm Lori Siegel, and this is Mostly Human, a tech podcast through a human lens. This week, an interview with OpenAI CEO Sam Altman.
I think society is going to decide that creators of AI products bear a tremendous amount of responsibility to the products we put out in the world.
An in-depth conversation with the man who's shaping our future.
My highest order bit is to not destroy the world with AI.
Listen to Mostly Human on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Mostly Human and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Hey, it's Kevin Rowe from Lerner & Rowe, trusted across Arizona for helping injured people after serious car wrecks. And I'm Sean Forrester, managing attorney at Lerner & Rowe Law Group. We may sound alike, but Lerner & Rowe Law Group is a completely separate firm focused solely on criminal defense. We handle serious felonies, DUIs, and misdemeanors with decades of courtroom experience. If you're facing criminal charges, don't wait. Call Lerner & Rowe Law Group now at 602-977-1900.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Serious felonies.
Producer, go with some chill folk music with a JBC in the $4 Biggie Bite snack. Try the drum and bass of deals with a double stack and a $6 Biggie bag. Or go full-on sandwich symphony with an $8 Biggie bundle, the grand finale of snacking. And the best part? They all come with napkins. 4, 6, and $8 Biggie deals how you want them at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California, and Hawaii. From
Parker & Sons, the Valley's AC, plumbing, and electrical experts. Call Parker.
Wrap up the weekend. Plenty of sunshine out there. A beautiful 84 degrees this afternoon. It'll be windy, winds pushing 20 or 25 miles an hour. Tonight, clear skies early. Clouds move in late. The low.
At iHeartAdvertising.com.
Don McDowell Outdoor Radio is sponsored by Elevate Design Group. It's time for Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910. A show for the avid fisherman and hunter looking for tips from the pros. Now here's your host, a saltwater fisherman and the man that fears no fish. He's the Bass Daddy and a tournament pro, Don McDowell.
I want to welcome everybody to the show today. We're going one-on-one with one of the best saltwater fishermen, captains, owner-operators that I know, Captain Bill Wilkerson, owner-operator of Malahini Sport Fishing and Horizon Sport Fishing out of H&M Landing in downtown San Diego. We're going to start off with the current fish count that is posted by H&M Landing, and then we're going to expand into a whole bunch of various areas, what to expect in 2026. The yellowtail have already started to chew, but we need to talk about rods, reels, personal gear bag, how to prep, what to expect, and maybe some angler etiquette. But anyway, I want to welcome Captain Bill. How are you doing, sir?
Hey, good morning, guys. How y'all doing today? What's up, Mr. Dandy Don?
Well, what's the weather doing over here? We're starting to move into big summer. We're not going to be 100, but we'll be in the 90s today. So says the weatherman. He says 84, but it'll probably be 92. Like it was yesterday. So, is the weather behaving for you guys? I know the Malahini's been out chasing yellowtail.
It's been okay. It's been not great, but okay. I mean, weather-wise, things have gotten a little jacked up. Here, there's supposed to be a front moving in. It was supposed to have pushed in day before yesterday, and the weatherman pushed it back to Monday, which caused a lot of grief and a lot of other stuff. But, you know, I mean, it's the weatherman. It's the only job that I know where you can actually not be on point with something you say and not lose your job.
Well, that's what I told Larry up there at NOAA. I said, next time you give me a weather report, please look out your window.
You know, but I mean, other than that, I mean, it's fishing's been good. We've had I don't know if anybody, there was, I think, the World Polaris out of Seaforth was on a 3-day 8,000 bluefin, about 150 miles. Coronado Islands are producing, you know, with how you fish the Coronado Islands, it depends what the current and everything else is doing, you know, 10 to 40 fish, yellowtail-wise, per boat per day. To go along with rockfish, calico bass, whitefish, you know, sheephead, things of that nature, bottom grabbers.
Yeah, that's all excellent table. That's all excellent table fare.
Oh, very good eating, man. Very good eating. Malahini fished 3/4 day yesterday. I think they had limits of rockfish and stuff like that for their 8 passengers. You know, we ran with 8. I'm kind of surprised, but it is what it is.
Well, yeah.
Horizon, the Horizon season hasn't really started yet. We're trying to get off the dock. I just don't think people are ready yet, to be honest with you, Don.
Well, it's still kind of early, but, the first sign of yellowtail in times past, they start...
It has produced a pretty phenomenal year, most definitely. You look back, it's kind of reminiscent of that 2008 and 2015 year.
Well, I think the key thing right now is the currents swinging in, with the water temperatures that the pelagics prefer. The yellowtails, we have some home guard that always hang around. But it seems like right now, they started biting in March to a certain extent. And it looks like the yellowtail season's going to be pretty good. Are you experiencing any patties down around the islands? Is there any floaters?
Nobody's fishing offshore. There was Dorado caught 3 weeks ago at 150 miles.
Wow.
There's rumors of yellowfin at about 190 to 200 pushing this way. It's shaping up to be another 2008, 2015 year.
Boy, sounds
the weatherman has predicted a super El Nino with the water temperature not dropping below 60 degrees this year. I'm inclined to believe that as well. I believe it's just a matter of time. That yellowtail showing up as early as it did this year, like I said, is indicative of that 2008-2015 season there. I think things are going to be very, very, very fun this year for that pelagic, meaning we might even see some skipjack, yellowfin, and Dorado this year come in. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. How long, in your opinion, is it going to take those yellowfin to move up the slot?
I don't know. Typically, and starting so early as it did at the yellowtail, I'll say June, July, maybe.
Wow. Okay. Good.
Yeah. June, July, you'll start to see them in the counts, and then all of a sudden it'll be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Coronado Islands, that grande fished out of H&M Landing, fished for 26 acres. Yeah, 39 yellowtail, 6 bonito, 5 rockfish, a lingcod, the half-day boats out of H&M Landings. They're fishing that, looks like reds and groupers and whitefish and soulfish and sand bass. It's been, pretty steady fishing, man. I'm not sure what more anybody wants. Oh wait, I do know. Bluefin tuna, which is a good thing. And it's just the fishery itself. That bluefin fishery is pretty amazing. I have to say that it's very unpredictable.
Well,
it bites for 3 or 4 days and doesn't bite for a week.
Yeah. If you ran to Tanner Banks, if you went round to the Outer Banks, Tanner Banks, would you encounter pods of bluefin at this point?
No, it's fish that we've been seeing has been 100 that bluefin specifically has been anywhere from 90 to 150, 170 miles.
Wow. Okay.
South. We're talking just below Colonet.
Yeah.
And
that's a boat ride.
Oh, you're traveling a good 12 hours down to get there.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay. Any prediction on albacore, perhaps this year?
Negative.
Negative on
that. After I got Now they got sideswiped with no 60, no 56, 57 degree water. I'm leaving that alone.
Yeah.
It won't be here this year, I don't believe. That's the prediction. That's kind of funny, huh?
Yeah, somebody needs to give those guys a clue. They make a left-hand turn headed for Japan, which is a fatal mistake.
We haven't seen any albacore in 25, 30 years, man.
I can't remember, honestly, Bill. I can't remember the last time I caught an albacore. I don't remember.
And it just bypasses California, winds up there in that Washington and Oregon, and then makes an extreme left-hand turn and is gone.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is what it is,
Yeah. It's called fishing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we got to get ready to flip into a break here at Fox Sports 910. When we come back, I want to talk a little bit about the history of the Malahini boat. The good ship Lollipop that's what we call it, and then get into the Horizon because it's a different class of vessel altogether. So,
all right, done deal.
All right, stay with us. We're with my good friend, awesome captain Bill Wilkerson on Malahini and Horizon Sport Fishing. I'm Don McDowell. This is Fox Sports 910, and you know what? We're going to come back.
From the mountains of Montana to the shores of Hawaii, this ain't your grandma's coffee talk. It's 406 Coffee and Chaos, where rifles roar, coffee pours, and aloha meets the wild western soul. We are slinging truth, gear, and attitude served with a side of mayhem. Grab a cup, brace yourself, and let the madness begin. 406 Coffee and Chaos brewed with aloha, seasoned in gunpowder, served up straight from the big sky. 406coffeeandchaos.com or on Facebook at 406 Coffee and Chaos.
In today's world, personal and family safety, home and business are at risk. Roll Shutter Systems Shutters protects your family, home, and business assets, providing security, privacy, weather protection, noise reduction, and all built for specific needs. Roll Shutter Systems is family owned and operated for 40 years and manufactured in Phoenix, Arizona. They ship and install throughout the USA, Canada, and Mexico. For your free estimate, click RollShutterSystemsUSA.com or call 623-869-7057.
It's time to join the Howl Pack. In 2025, Howl for Wildlife campaigns will inspire advocacy, influence decision makers, and build resistance to the constant attacks from the anti-hunting industry. Howl is committed to protecting hunting, angling, and trapping opportunities nationwide, and we invite you to join the Howl Pack. Howl for Wildlife is committed to winning. Visit howlforwildlife.org to learn more and join the pack.
Hey, I heard that. Did you? If you didn't, you can get the weekly e-news Heard That from the AZ Cattle Growers Association to be informed about Arizona cattle growers news in our great state. Learn about events happening each month, legislation roundups and cattle news range highlights, and the monthly recap and member highlights. Sign up for the newsletter by contacting the ACGA staff at 602-267-1129 and learn more about joining the ACGA or advertising in the weekly newsletter Heard That. ACGA 602-267-1129.
Arizona Catalog, the official magazine of the Arizona Cattle Growers Association monthly publication, provides essential updates on issues impacting the ranching industry in our great state and nationally. The Arizona Catalog provides industry news from the University of Arizona, National Cattlemen's Beef Association, the Arizona Farm Bureau, National and Arizona Department of Agriculture, and others. Timely notifications of legislation on local, state, and federal levels, as well as other issues that may affect the ranching community. Spotlight on rancher highlights, activities, events, and dialogue from our president, executive director, board members, fight the fight for you. Regular features include cattle growers reports, cattle comments, activities for kids, and animal health. The Arizona Catalog monthly magazine is created by ranchers for ranchers. Get your subscription today at azcattlegrowers.org. or call 602-267-1129 and then ask how you can join the Arizona Cattle Growers Association. What's on your plate?
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Progressive can help you protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, and RV, and more. And if something wasn't mentioned that you had in mind, find out if it can be covered at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE, because it probably can be.
This segment brought to you by Boyd's Gun Stocks, makers of the adjustable agility and at-one stock for your favorite long gun. Head to Boyd'sGunstocks.com for more details. Build with Boyd's. Show us your rack. How big is that elk, whitetail, moose, or mule deer? In the world of big game hunting, there's nothing better than having your rack on the wall and shown around the outdoor world. Head to huntingfishing.com and show us your rack. Now back to Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910.
Okay, we're back with Captain Bill Wilkerson. We're going to be talking about the Malahini ship, sport fishing vessel. But before we get into that, I've had some texts wanting to know, what does Malahini mean in Hawaiian? It's actually the word for a newcomer, stranger, tourist, or guest. Would you agree with that, Bill?
100%.
Okay, 10-4. Mahalo. Okay, we're getting into a vessel, in my opinion, is one of the more solid three-quarter day or day boats over on the West Coast. That thing's been there. It's got a hell of a history. Kind of walk us through that history, if you would, Captain.
The Malahini, along with, I want to say at one point in time, 65-75% of the sport fishing boats in the San Diego sport fishing fleet were all some form of United States Navy boat, whether it be a rescue boat, a torpedo boat, a tender supply ship, something along those that nature. The Malahini, the Pacific Queen, which is currently in service, the Ranger 85, which is currently in service as a sport fishing platform, were particular in their design. The Pacific Queen and the Ranger 85 were rescue boats. The Malahini was a PT boat. PT 657 was her original classification.
Wow.
The 657, the 658, the 59, and the 60 were to be packaged up and sold to Russia in World War II. The keels were laid for those vessels in 41. I do believe all five were completed by 44. The war ended. They took the 57, 58, 59, and 60, transferred them to Port Hueneme, and put them into ship surplus. The 59 and the 60 were then transferred to San Clemente Island to be pulling targets for the battleships to shoot at.
Oh.
The 60 was hit by a shell and sunk.
Oh, my
The
goodness.
59 then went back to Hueneme, and it sat there. The 57 and 58 were sold to private people. One was in Bremerton, Washington. The other one was in, I think it was Oregon, I do believe it was, is where the 657 went. The PT 59 sat there in Hueneme for a number of years and deteriorated, and it wound up on the East Coast, where it was, I guess, dried off or something like that, and it sat there for a very long time. And I want to say 1974 or 75, 59 was bought by the grandson of Higgins, who made those PT boats.
Really?
There were approximately 753 or 754 of those PT boats made. There was a battle between Higgins, which made the 80-foot variant, and then Huggins, who made a 65 to 73-foot variant, I do believe, of the same vessel fighting for the contract with the United States government. I don't remember who won. I don't remember who won that battle, but there were more of the Higgins made than the Huggins. When the war ended, what I found really surprising was when the war ended, a lot of these boats were stationed in the South Pacific. I want to say majority of them were.
Wow.
They would take the boats up on to beach them, if you will, and they stripped them of all their hardware and burned them at the waterline, burned them to the waterline.
Oh, that's pathetic.
That was common practice from what I gathered back then.
Yeah. Well, going back to that Higgins boat, they did quite a large number of boats, variable boats, and they had a 36-foot shallow draft wooden boat that was crucial in amphibious landings during World War II, and then moving over into a later police action, we got into Vietnam, and there was quite a number of 80-foot fast attack boats over there. So it's they've got a hell of a history on boats.
Yeah, well, really the PT-105 is a classic example. That's probably the most well-known one because of the Kennedy family and Mr. Kennedy being aboard that vessel when it got destroyed.
Yeah.
But I mean, and then the 657 was converted to a yacht. It was a yacht from, I want to say, 1947 to 1952, which is the Malahini. And 1943, it was then converted to a commercial fishing boat. And from 43 to 50. From 53 to 57, it was converted to a charter boat, and then it did that from that time span. 58, I do believe they put her out to pasture, if you will, and in 1959, H&M Landing purchased the Malahini from Bremerton, Washington, brought it down here, converted into the first overnight fishing vessel in the fishing industry in Southern California to sleep 59 people. The 658 in, I want to say, 2001 was converted back to its original configuration, and it does bay trips in Burlington, Washington, or nostalgia trips, or whatever you call them.
Yeah. When did Manny pick up the Malahini boat? Is that what? 1962?
No. You didn't get the boat till later on. I want to say, God, it's had. 8 owners, maybe 9 owners.
Oh, really?
During that time span, yeah. I bought it from a guy named Tim Green in 2006.
Yes, sir.
Before that, I do believe Manny Silva owned it then.
He did, and I was with him the week he passed away.
Yeah, I think Tim took possession of that boat, I want to say, I think he had it 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's quite a illustrious history. Now, under the 657 configuration, was that a torpedo boat originally?
It was a torpedo boat.
Nice.
Yep. Definitely. It had 4 torpedo mounts, 2 port, 2 starboard, 150 cal on the bow. I do believe it 105 on the stern.
Really?
It slept a total crew or manned, and the manning for that boat I do believe was 12, 15 maybe.
Yeah.
She would do roughly 60 miles an hour, classified supposedly. On the water, she would carry 12,000 gallons of fuel, and she burned through probably 3/4 of that on a patrol. She had 3 Rolls-Royce jet engines, not jet engines, but yeah, they were jet engines, but they were, I think they were Rolls-Royce.
Wow. Yeah, that was quite a motor package. Now, the last time I was in the engine room, and thank you for allowing me to do that, I have my John Deere hat on, signed by yourself and my good friend, rancher farmer over here, Mr. Tyson, has signed my hat.
Right on.
Yeah, but I got to tell you, that's the biggest John Deere motors I've ever seen. They're huge.
John Deere 8061s or 6081s. They're only, I do believe, 6 cylinders, 8-cylinder motors.
Yeah. What kind of horsepower are they pumping out?
They push 374 horses per main. There's 3 of them.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, hold that.
When I need her to.
What's that?
She will get up and go when I need her to.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that boat's a scooter. All right. We just got a comment from Chemo. Yeah, they do have Rolls Royces. That's cool. Okay, we're going to stand down for a short break. Come back with Captain Bell and talk about the Horizon boat. I'm Don McDowell with Captain Bill Wilkerson. We'll be right back.
Thanks for calling Grand Avenue. We are located at 3636 West Grand Avenue. We have units ranging from 4 foot by 4 foot all the way up to a 20 by 20. Yes, sir. I do think the 4 foot by 4 foot will hold all of your IRS crashed hard drives. No, sir. I don't think the 20 by 20 will hold all the people the White House has thrown under the bus, but do have room for that bus. Grand Avenue Mini Storage. Call us at 602-246-0680. 602-246-0680.
The premier monthly print and online publication in the Southwest is celebrating their 10th year anniversary. Award-winning Arizona Boating and Water Sport and its sister publication, the Western Outdoor Times, cover current topics ranging from boating, camping, shooting, and water sports, fishing, wildlife, conservation, RVing, outdoor safety, and a complete schedule of community events. Arizona Boating and Water Sports and the Western Outdoor Times are free print publications available at over 500 locations and online. Sign up for yours at azbw.com and get the free weekly newsletter. For more information, contact Jim Allen at 480-947-6219 or email him at jim@azbw.com.
What? You missed again?
Yeah, but I looked cool doing it.
That's because you are holding an Atheros rifle. Sleek, reliable, and built to make you look like you meant to miss on purpose. Whether you're at the range or the end of the world, our rifles won't fail you. But we can't promise your aim won't. Under new ownership, quality rifles with the same deadly bite. Atheros Rifle Company. Because even your mother-in-law respects this kind of firepower. AtherosRifle.com. Or call us at 540-849-4674.
It's time to join the Howl Pack. In 2025, Howl for Wildlife campaigns will inspire advocacy, influence decision makers, and build resistance to the constant attacks from the anti-hunting industry. Howl is committed to protecting hunting, angling, and trapping opportunities nationwide, and we invite you to join the Howl Pack. Howl for Wildlife is committed to winning. Visit howlforwildlife.org to learn more and join the pack.
If you're a rancher, farmer, or involved in wildlife habitat enhancement, then you need to know Southwest Ranch Supply for your needs. Southwest Ranch Supply is a distributor for quality American-made products. Vertical and direct burial water tanks, Numex polypipe, RDF aluminum troughs and spring boxes, Rainmaker drinkers, Western clay bentonite and pond seal, Redmond agricultural salt and minerals in bulk or block, solar well conversion, panels, pumps, and structural panel supports. Contact us at southwestranchsupply.com or 623-221-7655 for your free project survey and estimate to stretch your project budget and ensure you have the right products for your projects. We run full truckloads, split truckloads, and deliver direct to your allotment. Southwest Ranch Supply is your partner in conservation. 623-221-7655. Again, contact us at southwestranchsupply.com or 623-221-7655. Southwest Ranch Supply, proud member of the Arizona Cattle Growers Association.
For more information about contests on this station, go to foxsports910.com/rules.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
$3,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for buying gas. Earn cash back with Upside just by filling up your tank. Download Upside now and start earning easy cash back. The more you use Upside, the more you get. Use promo code JIM to get an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code JIM for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Back to Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910 and always on our free iHeartRadio app. Here's the Bass Daddy and Tournament Pro, Don McDowell.
All righty, back with Captain Bill. Good history on the Malahini boat, patrol torpedo boat, 657. And you can go to the internet if you want to play along and just type in Google PT boat 657, and it'll give you pictures and history and all kinds of fun stuff. But thank you for that, Captain Bell. That is an awesome vessel. And when you see it, you look at it and go, yep, that was a PT boat. So you can't change the spots on a duck. So, all right.
When you first look at it, it's funny because when you first look at it, it doesn't look like.
Yep. Yeah, it's
a good application.
Yeah, pretty amazing. I'm seeing. So you're saying on the stern there was a 105?
On the stern?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I can see. I've got a picture of this thing was laid down in February 16th, 1945, and there's a corresponding picture showing the armament, the torpedo tubes, and there's a great big old cannon on the back. So, wow.
Yep.
Okay, let's transition into Horizon.
Horizon Sport Fishing came into existence, I don't know, not really, because it was originally, the keel on that boat was originally laid in 1981. She is 83 foot by 25 foot wide. She features 29, she sleeps 29 passengers. She has 8 staterooms and a very, very big galley. She targets bluefin, yellowfin, tuna, dorado, yellowtail, rockfish. Anything that the Malahini does, she can do a little better for a little longer. Basically, is how I described it when I first bought her. We do liveaboard trips to Cedros Island. We've added Mag Bay trips or Magdalena Bay trips this year. They're 3.5 to 5.5 day trips down to Magdalena Bay, Mexico. And
Mag Bay is that's a hell of a trip.
They're all sold out, believe it or not. She does research and scuba diving operations for the federal government. She's also, a support vessel for the military as well. She is is at 83 by 25. If you have not seen a picture of her or seen her in person and you are in San Diego, come down today at the docks on April 19th. Shameless plug, H&M Landing. She's original name was, I do believe, the Tradition. She was owned by the Gravetto family, and then the Salmon family purchased her from them, and I purchased it from the Salmon family in 2022.
How many, Bill, going back in time, how many years did she run dive?
She ran dive trips exclusively that I know of from 2000, I want to say 7 or 8 to 2020.
Okay. Well, you know, I had the opportunity when I was aboard the Blue Horizon, became a dive master, and had the opportunity to dive off of the Horizon, not to be confused with the Blue Horizon, but yeah. The little Blue Horizon was only a 56-footer, and was a fairly good ride. Accommodations for the dive crew were relatively Spartan, but the Horizon, very, very nice vessel.
The Cadillac, man. I think she's the Cadillac of the fleet.
Yep.
But, you know, I mean, in her class, it's been a good life fishing, man. It has been a good life fishing. You know what I mean? You have your struggles with, you know, everything in life, I believe. And, you know what I mean? It was no different. The same old. Work your butt off.
Let me ask you this. Of all of the trips, and now the expanded trips down the slot, Cedros Island, Punta Colorado, what would you say is the best destination overnight multi-day trip that the Horizon is doing?
That depends on your taste. You know, that depends on your taste. I got a taste of that. I got a taste of that Cedros last year. I wish we could do that year round. I really do. I wish we could do that year round, but I mean, it just doesn't work out that way. There's too many hoops to jump through. You know, everything is constantly changing with the bureaucracy in Mexico.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
You know, and I'm not, and no. And I'm not talking bad or anything like that. But I mean, if you say something, that's the way it should be. That's what I'm saying.
Sure. Do you have any plans to get down to Olaos Rocks?
I don't. That's like 11, 12-day trip. 8
Oh,
days,
yeah,
9
yeah.
days, no.
Minimum 10 days.
No, I don't believe that. I think the furthest we will fish when we're in Mag Beds, the upper end of the ridge, 160 miles from Mag Base, something like that.
Yeah.
And fish the ridge on our way down, looking for that, you know, wahoo, yellowfin, tuna, groupers, and all that other stuff, like normal.
Yeah, boy.
You know, when you're on those kind of trips, the shorter trips, day and a half, you're fishing. Depending on where we're traveling, like the past couple of years, you know, we've had to run 120 miles. So you're up all night driving, you know, to the area. That morning, you're sitting on either Cortez or Tanner. You drop the anchor. You catch what you catch. You have to leave there by 5 o'clock to be back in San Diego by 6 a.m. on Sunday morning.
That's crazy.
You know, and then there's a couple of times where we're fishing, a day and a half, which is, you know, day and a half trip runs you about $525, and price goes up from there. You know, I'm pretty sure there's going to be don't be surprised. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a fuel surcharge this year with that fuel price jumping above, $5.50 a gallon.
Oh yeah.
And it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Well, we keep saying that. Yeah, we'll see.
I have my own feelings about what's going on in the world today. I'm not going to share them publicly.
Yeah, well, you and I get going is just no, it's not going to end well. But anyway, on that note, thank you for your service. So I appreciate that.
Oh, God is good, man. God is large and in charge.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that yet.
Okay. One thing I want to go down the path of what an angler needs to anticipate so far as a gear bag, personal clothes, this, that, and the other thing to make his adventure a little bit more pleasurable.
Comfortable?
Yeah, we've got to flip into a break. So I definitely want to cover that, and then follow it up with rods, reels, line. Talk a little bit about flat falls, yo-yos, or surface irons for yellowtail. So we'll do that. And then Day of the Docks, you got everything spit shine for April 19th?
Oh, dude, that's going to be so much fun. It winds up being a big, gigantic, for me and the boats down there and the crew members that, I work with down there on the boats, it winds up being a big party for us, like our Christmas party, if you will.
Outstanding. Is the Malahini going to be serving cheeseburgers at Day of the Docks?
Negative.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Unfortunately not. Are you coming?
I'm going to talk to my good friend Tyson right here, and we just might. We just may take a run over there. Flying
it might be fun.
Yeah, that's what we do. Okay, long as it's not on Tuesday. So anyway, that's a story for another time. Captain, we've got to flip into a hard break here at Fox Sports 910. I'll be back more with Captain Bill, the Malahini, the Horizon, and fishing beyond the horizon. We'll be right back.
If you're new in the valley and want to fish or don't know where or how to, contact the Goodyear Bass Club, sanctioned by BASS. The Goodyear Bass Club is a teaching club with boater and non-boater slots open. Enjoy the benefits of BASS, the Arizona Bass Federation Nation, and meet some awesome anglers. For more information, call Mike Hofforth, 623-229-4650, or check him out online, ArizonaBassNation.com. Hey, let's go fishing.
Bass is king.
Arizona Catalog, the official magazine of the Arizona Cattle Growers Association monthly publication, provides essential updates on issues impacting the ranching industry in our great state and nationally. The Arizona Catalog provides industry news from the University of Arizona, National Cattlemen's Beef Association, the Arizona Farm Bureau, National and Arizona Department of Agriculture, and others. Timely notifications of legislation on local, state, and federal levels, as well as other issues that may affect the ranching community. Spotlight on rancher highlights, activities, events, and dialogue from our president, executive director, board members, fight the fight for you. Regular features include cattle growers reports, cattle comments, activities for kids, and animal health. The Arizona Catalog monthly magazine is created by ranchers for ranchers. Get your subscription today at azcattlegrowers.org or call 602-267-1129 and then ask how you can join the Arizona Cattle Growers Association. What's on your plate?
In today's world, personal and family safety, home and business are at risk. Roll Shutter Systems Shutters protects your family, home, and business assets, providing security, privacy, weather protection, noise reduction, and all built for specific needs. Roll Shutter Systems is family owned and operated for 40 years and manufactured in Phoenix, Arizona. They ship and install throughout the USA, Canada, and Mexico. For your free estimate, click RollShutterSystemsUSA.com or call 623-869-7057.
From the mountains of Montana to the shores of Hawaii, this ain't your grandma's coffee talk. Welcome to 406 Coffee and Chaos, where Big Sky Grit meets Island Aloha, and things get wild fast. We talk rifles, outdoors, politics, and life. No filters, just full send. 1 minute, it's elk hunting. The next is spam moose bee and suppressors. Brew a strong cup, hold on tight, and embrace the beautiful madness. This is 406 Coffee and coffee brewed in Montana, seasoned with aloha and delivered with a heavy dose of freedom. Hey, you like beef, brother? Only if it's elk shot from 600 yards with my 406 Hui Hui build. From Lava Rock to the Rocky Mountains, Montana 406 Rifle Hui Hui blends Pono Island style with rugged Western Soul precision. So sharp, even your tutu gets chicken skin. Born in Big Sky Country, raised with aloha. Whether you're hunting mule deer or chasing pigs in the jungle, shoot straight, stay humble. M406RHH.com or call 406-266-1923.
By texting 64,000, you grew my IQ-Bar. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at eatiqbar.com/policy/terms of service.
Most protein bars are packed with sugar, carbs, and unpronounceable ingredients. There's a much better option. I'm Will, and I crafted IQ Bar plant protein bars with clean, functional, delicious ingredients to empower doers like you with superior brain and body fuel.
Now you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping when you text RADIO to 64,000. That's RADIO to 64,000.
What if your soda actually did something for you? Introducing Sky Pop Protein Soda. Sky Pop Protein Soda has 10 grams of complete protein, 0 sugar, and real delicious soda taste. Sky Pop Protein Soda. Reach for the sky. Get your Sky Pop Protein Soda now at Target.
There's a new kind of energy at Starbucks. When your day needs a reset, try the all-new energy refreshers. Strawberry acai, mango dragon fruit, or the all-new mango strawberry. The refreshers you love, now with extra caffeine. New energy refreshers only at Starbucks.
If you love the outdoors, make sure you sign up for the weekly hunting fishing newsletter to stay up to date with the latest outdoorsman news across the nation. Sign up today at huntingfishing.com. Now back to Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910.
We're back fishing with Captain Bill Wilkerson, owner-operator of Malahini and Horizon Sport Fishing. Captain, I appreciate you taking time out to play along with us today. Let's take a look at a new guy. Let's say Tyson's coming over. He's never been on the boat before. What does he need to bring in his personal gear bag? I don't know where Captain Bill went.
You there?
Yeah, we're here. Yeah,
okay.
we're
nowadays, nowadays, I would bring the gamut. Starting with, say, a 1.5-day trip. You want to stay warm because you have no idea what you're going to come across as far as weather or anything like that. You know, if it's a nice day, I would still dress warm and peel off layers in that sense, so you're not freezing all day.
Yeah, exactly.
Longer trips, like pack like you're going on a trip. You know, underwear, socks, lots of socks.
Yeah.
You head offshore for tuna, we recommend bringing 30 to 40 pound fly line setup, a 60 to 130 pound sinker rig setup for nighttime work, and a selection of 150 to 400 gram night jigs so you're ready for whatever shows. I would recommend with my, I call them big boy setups, I prefer to use a Shimano 25 Speedmaster with a 130 pound full spool of Spectra. Follow that up with a 6 to 7 foot leader of fluorocarbon of 100 pounds the fluorocarbon itself is a lot more abrasion resistance, than mono is for whatever reason. You tie that with, people say RP or some other sort of knot. I use a bill knot. I don't know what it's called. It's called a bill knot. It's worked fine for me for 22 years now. I've been using it. And you tie that to your main line, which is the 130-pound Spectra. And to that 6-foot leader of fluorocarbon or mono, that's 100 pound, you then have a crimped ring at the end of that. To that ring, you put a 300-pound, roughly, I want to say 2.5 foot of 300-pound tied to your knife jig. When you're nighttime fishing, which we do a lot of at past 4 or 5 years, it's been most of your bluefin have been caught at night.
Yes.
I want to say probably 75% of the time you're up from, if you're on a day and a half and the fish is close, you're up from, so we're running 40 miles. We leave the dock at 7, midnight to 4 in the morning, trying to capture one of these bluefins. You're dropping that jig down anywhere from 60 to 400 feet. Once you get down to let's do it this way, it'd be easier. We're on scene. We're driving around. I'm looking at my sonar. I use a CH250 searchlight sonar from Furuno. They have Westmars, 390s, 880s. There's different types of sonar. I prefer the Furuno because it's what I was basically taught on, if you will, in that sense. We had a Westmar 390. I didn't really care for it all that much. We had a 395. I didn't care for it that much. And we're driving along. You get on the... Back it up again. You get on the boat. We go to the bait receivers. We get our bait. During the time the crew is shoveling bait onto the boat, I pull everybody into the galley. And I give them a complete rundown of what's been going on, and this is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to do it. We give them a safety briefing. We let them know, we're here to serve you guys. You guys are the reason we do what we do. It's not cheap, man.
No, it's not.
It's not cheap. And I believe everything is relative in that sense. During the seminar, we talk about jigs, knife jigs, tungsten jigs. I believe the slender, heavier tungsten jigs, which came out here a couple years ago,
yes, they did,
have been the most productive. I have a tungsten jig that's 470 grams, and it's probably 4 inches long, 5.5 inches long. They make them, make some that are 10, 11 inches long. But I think the density of that tungsten jig itself and having all that weight in such a small profile allows it to knife through the water faster. It doesn't flutter as much as a butterfly jig or a, what's the word? Can't remember the name of the stupid thing.
Yeah, it's a conventional flat fall.
Yeah, the flat falls. I mean, it knifes down. You drop an SK jig or a flat fall. Hence the word flat fall. It falls flat then flutters and falls, and then flutters and then falls again, that tungsten jig gets right down to the zone.
Yes, sir.
It gets to the zone.
Bill, we need to wrap this up. We've got a hard break. I got to get in here too. So,
Okay, we'll come back.
yeah, we'll do this again next week and keep the ball rolling. Give your contact information out for those who would like to book a trip on either the Good Ship Malahini and or the Horizon.
You can call either H&M Landing at 619-222-1144. Go to their website, hmlanding.com/Malahini, hmlanding.com/Horizon Charters. Or you can give me a call if you're interested in doing a charter with us on either boat at 619-985-5179.
All right, Captain, God love you. You're the best. Mahalo. I appreciate you playing along today, buddy.
Oh, no worries, Don. You guys have a blessed day. It was a pleasure talking with you. Hope to see you again soon.
Yeah, well, I'm going to talk to Tyson after we get off there and see if we can't, he's got this big Suburban drug dealer car. Maybe we can take that to San Diego. All right, we got to get out of here. I'm Don McDowell. Thank you, Captain Bill. This is Fox Sports 910.
Don McDowell Outdoor Radio has been sponsored by Elevate Design Group.
If you're a rancher, farmer, or involved in wildlife habitat enhancement, then you need to know Southwest Ranch Supply for your needs. Southwest Ranch Supply is a distributor for quality American-made products. Vertical and direct burial water tanks, Numex polypipe, RDF aluminum troughs and spring boxes, Rainmaker drinkers, Western Clay bentonite and pond seal, Redmond agricultural salt and minerals in bulk or block, solar well conversion, panels, pumps, and structural panel supports. Contact us at southwestranchsupply.com or 623-221-7655 for your free project survey and estimate to stretch your project budget and ensure you have the right products for your projects. We run full truckloads, split truckloads, and deliver direct to your allotment. Southwest Ranch Supply is your partner in conservation. 623-221-7655. Again, contact us at southwestranchsupply.com or 623-221-7655. Southwest Ranch Supply, proud member of the Arizona Cattle Growers Association.
Hi, this is Sarah at the Department of Rejected Dreams. If you had a dream rejected, IKEA can make it possible.
I've been dreaming of hosting a big dinner party, but I don't have enough plates.
Oh, that's easy.
Or bowls, or cups, or chairs.
So you need more everything. Well, IKEA has all your dining needs from dinnerware and utensils to full dining sets.
Wow, everything but the kitchen sink.
Actually, we have those too. Get everything your dream kitchen needs at a price you didn't dream possible. In-store or online at ikea.us/dreamkitchen. Dream the possibilities.
Ella Reddick here from 2311
Hey guys, Chemo is not answering the phone.
Until someone spends 5 minutes lining up one shot. Chalk, breathe, re-chalk, still aiming. While they figure it out, I fire up Chumba Casino. I can spin anywhere, anytime, and there's always a new social casino game every week. Spins happen way faster than that shot.
Necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Some days, self-care starts with Nature-Made gummy vitamins. A deep breath and a little encouragement.
Mom, I'm really nervous.
Me too, honey. But we've got this. Repeat after me. I'm gonna have a good day.
I'm going to have a good day.
I choose joy no matter what comes my way.
I bring joy wherever I go.
Quality gummy vitamins from Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
It's not just a radio app. It's what's happening right now.
It's on.
On the iHeartRadio app, you're not just listening. You're in it.
You better believe it.
From breaking news to what's happening in your community.
Local, national, and world.
Live moments.
New development.
Real voices.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest.
Amazing prizes. Plus, talk to your favorite hosts using the TalkBack mic.
I have loved always hearing you guys.
This is where culture comes alive.
I listen everywhere on the app.
Download the iHeartRadio app today.
From the Raffy Law Group Accident Attorney Studio.
Call Raffy.
KGME Phoenix, KESZ HD3 Phoenix. Guaranteed human.
Parker & Sons, the Valley's AC, plumbing, and electrical experts. Call Parker.
Wrap up the weekend. Plenty of sunshine out there. A beautiful 84 degrees this afternoon. It'll be windy, winds pushing 20 or 25 miles an hour. Tonight, clear skies early. Clouds move in late. The low 64. For the Fox 10 weather expert side, Corey McCluskey.
This report is sponsored by Superstar Car Wash. Superstar Car Wash, the car wash with superpowers. Sign up for a free car wash today. That's what.
Don McDowell Outdoor Radio is sponsored by Southwest Ranch Supply. It's time for Coffee and Chaos with the guys from the 406 Rifle Company, Captain Chemo and Sheriff Wynn.
Alrighty, we're back. We're trying to reach General Chaos, and I want to do a little follow-up. You know, he was talking about knife jigs and the tungsten. There are a couple of guys out there on the market, JYG Pro Fishing, Jig Pro Fishing, does a great knife jig, and then the Offshore Angler knife jig.
You record the audio.
And your colors for the bluefin, blue and green. For some reason, every once in a while, they kind of get dialed in on pink, which is beyond me, but that's neither here nor there. But Melton Tackle has a very good selection of tungsten jigs, and you know, those are just excellent offshore. And then you're getting into the yellowtail. We'll talk about yo-yos, surface irons. You know, before we get through at the end of the show, but I think we have General Chaos on the line. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Don. How you doing, sir?
Hey, you know, life is good. You know, life is good. It's not 150 degrees out today. We're going to get about 84, so it's you know, pretty decent. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. You know, we just got back last week from a 12-day adventure back home in Hawaii.
Well, you know, it appears that Hawaii always has something going on. Before you describe your trip, how's the flooding?
Flooding's not too bad. We didn't see too much damage while we were there, up where we were. But there was significant damage, especially, you know, Big Island, Maui had quite a bit. There was some inside of Maui down in the city, but not too much in the country. A lot of on the road to Hana, there was quite a bit of eroded highway, trees over the road that had to be cut for passage, which is the lifeline, the road to Hana, out of Kenai and other communities that way, because it's the only way in, the only way out, really.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I've been looking into, because of my involvement, the pineapple plantations basically have been abandoned to grow pineapples in other locations, not on the islands like everybody thinks. But, you know, they left the fields, the irrigation, the dams and everything in place, but there's nobody to take care of them. And so when you get these heavy rains, there's all kinds of bad things in the offing. They had a dam breach and had some pretty severe flooding, and now the Hawaiian government is saying, well, that's not our responsibility, and da-da-da-da-da, so there's a big food fight. It's going to be interesting how that turns out.
Yeah, and they are responsible, but, you know, we'd be glad to take over those fields and get that funding for it, too, so.
Well, they act like they're in California, you know, Palisade Fire. Gee, Newsom's not responsible. Yeah. So, anyway, I don't want to get started on that. All right, go ahead. Tell us about your trip. How was it?
Yeah, so it was great. You know,
it was a vacation / mission all in one. Coco and I took the kids back, back to our roots. She's from Maui. I'm from Kona. Not just to visit, but, to teach them and to show the kids the Hawaiian way, where we come from, what it means to be grounded in family and culture. And that really rang true for me on this trip, to actually ground myself and, not be wrapped up in everything else I'm doing and looking at the big picture of the family instead of, military stuff and law enforcement stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Gun running, doing the gun running business, in a positive way, not sounding like a, gun runner. But, the part, it just to mean everything for them, right? And so where we were on the north side of Maui in a place called Kenai, getting there alone will tell you everything you need to know about, the place. When you're running the road to Hana, it has over 600 turns, 50 one-way bridges, tight jungle roads, cliffs on one side, waterfalls, lots of waterfalls. It's definitely a committed drive, and you got to be very cautious. We took wind. We took wind last year, and he was like, "What the hell?" The average speed on that highway, it's like 18, 19 miles long, but it's 10 to 15 miles. And the locals drive it like it's no big deal, so they know who all the tourists are. And they come up behind somebody doing 5 miles an hour. But, Kenai is a small, unincorporated community in the Maui County, and it sits on the peninsula that just gets hammered by the ocean. It's one of the major 2 taro growing regions in Hawaii. The taro and kalo, it's a crop. It's not just a crop, it's tradition. It's a tradition, and it's family, right? And that's what poi comes from. It's a staple food made by pounding taro plant into like a paste. And it's been around for over 1,000 years, brought by the Polynesian voyagers around 300 to 500 AD, give or take. When you're standing in those fields, you're not just looking at food, you're looking at Hawaiian history.
Oh, yeah.
And that's really important. And that's the kind of thing Kenai isn't a resort or, where you go to sit with beach chairs. It's really old Hawaii. You've got taro fields still being worked. You've got black lava rocks along the coastline, slammed by waves. Small community that's really tight, and it's been holding it down for generations. And it's quiet, it's rugged, and it's rooted. And you're going to build something there, it better stand for something, for sure. And that's kind of why, we're launching the new rifle company called Kanaka Koa. Kanaka means people, and Koa means warrior. So this is the People's Warrior platform, right? So for everything, for everyone that knows that we're building, we built the Montana 406 rifle. This is the same platform, same precision, same reliability and standards of rifle. We're not changing what works. We're just bringing a proven system and building with a whole new soul behind it. And it's really more than about the rifle. It's about the legacy and the craftsmanship, and building something back that represents discipline, family, and the Hawaiian culture. So I tell you right now, we got people that want to buy, and the gun company isn't even completely set up, right? So we're still about 6 months out to having Kanaka Koa fully up and running, hopefully. And for me, going back home with Coco and the kids and standing in those fields and watching the kids play on that land, it hits different, Hawaii's built the foundation, that Ashley and I started with the Montana 406, right? With the Hawaiian culture and the Montana culture grit mixed together. And now it's just time to bring home a rifle company that has the Hawaiian pride from both of us and the Hawaiian history. So this will be the first rifle manufacturing company of its kind in Hawaii. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's not an easy road, for sure. I believe it'll be successful. But with, the Hawaiian foundation between Coco and I and what we bring together. So just keep your eyes on it, Kanakakoa. It'll be coming soon out at Kenai, Maui. Same precision and trust that people believe in the 406. So it's going to be interesting, and hopefully it'll be super successful. And
yeah, so basically you're going from the 406 to the 808.
Yeah, we're going from the 406 back to the 808.
There you go. Well, let me ask you a question, being a connoisseur of pies. How big is the banana cream pie there in Maui?
I'm never really...
That's supposed to be, Maui's supposed to be known for banana cream pies. I'm just saying. So.
Yeah.
I'm trying to immerse myself into that culture, which has its challenges for sure. So
yeah, we on the next trip, Don, you need to go with us, and you need to immerse yourself. Come out with us and immerse yourself in the culture, and really just get the true understanding of what it's like there. Because, like I said, it's not like going to Oahu and going on vacation and having a great time. You want to experience Hawaii and its beauty and its true tradition and culture. Come to Kenai with us, and you'll see what we're talking about, and you'll walk away with a total different understanding of Hawaii's roots and its people, and why we do what we do, and why we're doing what we're doing.
Yeah. We've got to flip into a hard break here. Can you stay with us and follow up after the break?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we're going to do this hard break, like I said, here at Fox Sports 910. And then when we come back, we'll talk to General Chaos about some of the sport fishing opportunities in Maui with Rod Bender, Rascal Charters, Piper Sport Fishing, UFO, Kimmy B, Strike Zone, on and on and on. So I'm Don McDowell. My good friend Chemo. We'll be right back after a short break here at Fox Sports 910.
From the mountains of Montana to the shores of Hawaii, this ain't your grandma's coffee talk. It's 406 Coffee and Chaos, where rifles roar, coffee pours, and aloha meets the wild western soul. We are slinging truth, gear, and attitude served with a side of mayhem. Grab a cup, brace yourself, and let the madness begin. 406 Coffee and Chaos brewed with aloha, seasoned in gunpowder, served up straight from the big sky. 406coffeeandchaos.com or on Facebook at 406 Coffee and Chaos.
Here is a great way to help Arizona's wildlife conservation efforts. Put an AZ Wildlife Conservation license plate on your car, truck, or RV and show the world you care. When you do, you are contributing to the AZ Wildlife Conservation Fund, which manages grants for habitat improvements and hunter-angler recruitment. Simply go online to servicearizona.com and select the AZ Wildlife Conservation plate for your license plate renewal. Show the world you care.
In today's world, personal and family safety, home and business are at risk. Roll Shutter Systems Shutters protects your family, home, and business assets, providing security, privacy, weather protection, noise reduction, and all built for specific needs. Roll Shutter Systems is family owned and operated for 40 years and manufactured in Phoenix, Arizona. They ship and install throughout the USA, Canada, and Mexico. For your free estimate, click rollshuttersystemsusa.com or call 623-869-7057.
Arizona Catalog, the official magazine of the Arizona Cattle Growers Association monthly publication, provides essential updates on issues impacting the ranching industry in our great state and nationally. The Arizona Catalog provides industry news from the University of Arizona, National Cattlemen's Beef Association, the Arizona Farm Bureau, National and Arizona Department of Agriculture, and others. Timely notifications of legislation on local, state, and federal levels, as well as other issues that may affect the ranching community. Spotlight on rancher highlights, activities, events, events and dialogue from our president, executive director. Board members fight the fight for you. Regular features include cattle growers reports, cattle comments, activities for kids, and animal health. The Arizona Catalog Monthly Magazine is created by ranchers for ranchers. Get your subscription today at azcattlegrowers.org or call 602-267-1129 and then ask how you can join the Arizona Cattle Growers Association. What's on your plate?
I'm Officer Kenny D. with the Arizona Game and Fish Department's Operation Game Thief program. The bad boys that poach the animals that are displayed in this trailer thought they could get away with it. They killed the animals and took them home, and they thought they were safe. But these criminals forgot one thing. We make house calls.
That red talkback mic on the free iHeart app could win you something amazing.
The iHeart Awards in LA.
Plus, it's the fastest way to get your voice on your favorite station.
Thanks, guys. Love you.
I love you guys.
Have a good day.
Try the talkback mic now. Just open the free iHeart Radio app.
Right now at the Home Depot, shop Spring Black Friday savings and get up to 40% off, plus up to $500 off select appliances from top brands like Samsung. Get a fridge with 0 clearance hinges, so the doors open fully even in tighter spaces in your kitchen. And laundry that saves you time, like an all-in-one washer dryer that can run a full load in just 68 minutes. Shop Spring Black Friday savings, plus get free delivery on appliance purchases of $998 or more at the Home Depot. Offer valid April 9th through April 29th, U.S. only. See store online for details.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today.
This segment brought to you by Boyd's Gun Stocks, makers of the adjustable agility and at-one stock for your favorite long gun. Head to boydsgunstocks.com for more details. Build with Boyd's. Show us your rack. How big is that elk, whitetail, moose, or mule deer? In the world of big game hunting, there's nothing better than having your rack on the wall and shown around the outdoor world. Head to huntingfishing.com and show us your rack. Now back to Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910.
Alrighty, thank you, Kimo, for standing by. The fishing off of Maui is absolutely incredible. It's a little bit different than what you can encounter over off the left coast in California. There's an awful lot of six-packs over there, and I think the biggest that I know of is the Strike King, which is a 43-foot sport boat. It's got a salon. Most of the other boats are like six-packs, open console with a lid, and all that. Spartan doesn't even cover it. So, go ahead. What?
I'm sorry, Don. Go ahead.
Yeah, but the fishing over there, there's a large variety of sport fish, starting with the everybody knows mahi, dorado. Ono is what we know as the wahoo. Ahi is the yellowfin or big eye tuna, and there's blue marlin, striped, and short-beard marlin, gray snapper, skipjack, and then you get into the bottom fish. I'm not even going to get into that, but just take a look at it. What have you had any fishing experiences there, Kimo?
Yeah, when we were there, we have family that's local there, and they get these big fishing nets, and they practice with these nets in the field, throwing them for precision. And what happens is that they throw it and it makes a big 360-degree ring, and it captures all these fish and goes to the bottom. And they do it right from the shore. So you're looking at anywhere between 5 and 30 feet. They do this, but there's times they'll come up with like 5 fish, and some they'll come up with, I think the most I've seen is 100. And it's pretty interesting to watch. And they do it right there in their little peninsula, right?
Yeah.
But, here's the cool thing, though.
Yeah, that's pretty hardcore.
Yeah, so, long before, roads, this area that I'm talking about is family cultivated with, like, the kalo and poi and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And the community itself
the village has stayed small and tight and knit for years and for reasons. And it's known for holding its own traditional Hawaiian ways, farming, fishing, family first. They do everything the traditional way. There's no big time boats or anything down there. Everything is, going out and doing it the old traditional way. And even in Kenai, there's a church still stands today at the point in Kenai, and it survived the 1946 tsunami that wiped out most of the village, and everything around it was destroyed. The church was one of the only things that held up during that. That's impressive, right? And they still have church service every Sunday.
Nice.
There. And it tells you something about the place, right? Like I said, we have a lot
it tells you something about the place, but it more so it tells you about the commitment, the spiritual commitment to Jesus with this culture. It's absolutely remarkable.
Yeah, and a lot of tourists try to come down there, and they'll get tickets from locals upward off Hana to come down there and experience the real traditional Hawaiian culture. And you mentioned banana pie, so it's funny as you come into Kenai. As you come down into the little village, there's Auntie Sandy's banana bread and banana pie.
Ooh.
I've never had it just because when we go there, we get our own and make our own. But they're really known for fresh, hot banana bread. Made with local bananas. Yeah, it's all made with local bananas, simple ingredients, zero shortcuts. But, really good, really sweet, dense, real island traditional style. And it's not just food, it's part of the Road to Hana experience. You survive the curves, the bridges, and then you pull over and you're rewarded with some banana bread or banana pie. And it's, I'm telling you, we got to get you out there, Don. We'll be going back probably July, so maybe you need to start booking them dates.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah, I need to get over there, most definitely, for obvious reasons. One of the things I wanted to ask you, they experienced, some island-wide flooding, and on Maui, the reports that I was getting, I watch this every week, 3 or 4 days a week, paying attention to what's going on over there culturally, what's in the news, this kind of thing. And apparently the flooding had washed out quite a few different types of pets, livestock, washed them out to sea. And then the next big warning was, oh, my God, we've got tiger sharks. And, oh, geez. What was the extent of that? Do you have any idea? Or was that just overzealous reporting by the news media?
No, you do get quite a few tiger sharks, but that's mainly, down in by the airport. There's a section as you start heading towards the Road to Hana. They call it, it's like one of the most windiest sections in Hawaii, and a lot of people go there to do the windsurfing there. But why Maui floods so hard is, right, so you got traditional winds plus mountains. The moist air hits the slopes and dumps all that heavy rain fast, right? So flash flood, water moves quickly through these valleys and gulches, which dry 1 minute and could be raging next. You got really narrow roads, like I said, the Road to Hana, especially vulnerable, tight, winding, full of low bridges. So it can get hairy real quick. Roads get washed out and blocked by landslides all the time, especially in the heavy rains. You got a lot of one-lane bridge overflow that become unsafe. Communities get cut off temporarily. Taro fields can flood, which is double-edged sword for them. So yeah, it's serious business. I mean, locals don't mess around with it. So tourists get caught every year thinking it's just a little water, and it's not like being on the mainland.
Nope.
Like it's raining here in American Canyon now. So
It's just not the same. You know, when you're on this road to Hana, you know, you have this, on the right side, you have this big cliff that's going up, you know, 400, 300 feet, and you got a 1,000-foot cliff that goes right down to the water on your left, and you're doing all these turns. And you can literally see layers of just history of mud and dirt and roots, and it's eroding right in front of you in these heavy rains, dumping right onto the road.
Yeah.
So
sound like I'll say in San Diego. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So it can be very hairy. You definitely you can't treat it like it's nothing. You have to proceed with caution, especially when it's heavy rain, because if these roads wash out, you know, there are sections in these trains, Don, that are extremely tight, and it's a 1,000-foot cliff straight down to the water. You know what I mean? That road, that gives away underneath, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Let me ask you this, back on the fishing front. You've got an awful lot of six-pack boats over there, or smaller. What is the noticeable Coast Guard influence around the islands?
You know, not a whole lot. Occasionally, you'll see a helicopter, but you're mainly seeing most of those Big Island, Oahu, Molokai. But you get over to where we're at, you don't see a whole lot of air traffic. You'll get like Mukulele, which, you know, does a lot of island-to-island shuttling of people. Blue Hawaiian helicopters, Maverick helicopters, they come just on the outside of that northeast end of the peninsula. They don't really come over to where we're at.
Okay. Well,
air traffic.
The fishing vessels, they obviously are under Coast Guard jurisdictions
and do the inspections, but nothing like that over where we're at, for sure.
Okay. All righty. Well, thank you for spending time with us. I, appreciate what you do and your participation here. And we're going to look forward to the 808 Rifle Company. That you have to sit down and take a language lesson. Have you ever tried to learn Hawaii? No. Oh my goodness.
It's a tough one for sure. So.
It is. Well, I've got hot banana bread. I got that right down.
There you go. That's a start, Dom.
All right. God love you. Have a great weekend. What's left of it, and we'll talk offline probably tomorrow.
Yes, sir. We'll talk to you. Ahuho.
Okay. Mahalo, Captain or General Kimo, 406 Rifle Company, and now the 808. I'm not even going to try to pronounce what he called it, but it's simple. 808. So we'll be back after a short break with James Guggenauer and see what he has to say about the commission meeting. I'm Don McDowell, and this is Fox Sports 910.
It's time to join the Howl Pack. In 2025, Howl for Wildlife campaigns will inspire advocacy, influence decision makers, and build resistance to the constant attacks from the anti-hunting industry. Howl is committed to protecting hunting, angling, and trapping opportunities nationwide, and we invite you to join the Howl Pack. Howl for Wildlife is committed to winning. Visit howlforwildlife.org to learn more and join the pack.
Thanks for calling Grand Avenue Mini Storage. We are located at 3636 West Grand Avenue. We have units ranging from 4 foot by 4 foot all the way up to a 20 by 20. Yes, sir. I do think the 4 foot by 4 foot will hold all of your IRS crashed hard drives. No, sir. I don't think the 20 by 20 will hold all the people the White House has thrown under the bus, but do have room for that bus. Grand Avenue Mini Storage. Call us at 602-246-0680. 602-246-0680.
Tuna fishing doesn't have to be time-consuming or expensive. Fish the Malahiti, the three-quarter-day premier sport boat out of H&M Landing, San Diego. Yep, over on the left coast. Malahiti has a long and proud tradition of dependable service and with the goal of your success on the water. Captains Bill Wilkerson, Mike Schmidt, and Mike Zayak will utilize their extensive skills and the latest technology to put you on fish. Tuna season is in full swing right now. Yeah, right now. Spend a day on the water on the premier 3/4 day sport fishing boat on the left coast, Malahini Sport Fishing. Don't miss the boat or the fish. Book Malahini now at hmlanding.com or call them at 619-222-1144. Hey, I'm Don McDowell, and I fish Malahini.
Hey, I heard that. Did you? If you didn't, you can get the weekly e-news Heard That from the AZ Cattle Growers Association to be informed about Arizona cattle growers news in our great state. Learn about events happening each month, legislation roundups and cattle news range highlights, and the monthly recap and member highlights. Sign up for the newsletter by contacting the ACGA staff at 602-267-1129 and learn more about joining the ACGA or advertising in the weekly newsletter Heard That. ACGA 602-267-1129.
If you're a rancher, farmer, or involved in wildlife habitat enhancement, then you need to know Southwest Ranch Supply for your needs. Southwest Ranch Supply is a distributor for quality American-made products. Vertical and direct burial water tanks, Numex polypipe, RDF aluminum troughs and spring boxes, Rainmaker drinkers, Western clay bentonite and pond seal, Redmond agricultural salt and minerals in bulk or block, solar well conversion, panels, pumps, and structural panel supports. Contact us at southwestranchsupply.com or 623-221-7655 for your free project survey and estimate to stretch your project budget and ensure you have the right products for your projects. We run full truckloads, split truckloads, and deliver direct to your allotment. Southwest Ranch Supply is your partner in conservation. 623-221-7655. Again, contact us at southwestranchsupply.com or 623-221-7655. Southwest Ranch Supply, proud member of the Arizona Cattle Growers Association.
Hi, this is Sarah at the Department of Rejected Dreams. If you had a dream rejected, IKEA can make it possible.
I've been dreaming of hosting a big dinner party, but I don't have enough plates.
Oh, that's easy.
Or bowls, or cups, or chairs.
So you need more everything. Well, IKEA has all your dining needs from dinnerware and utensils to full dining sets.
Wow, everything but the kitchen sink.
Actually, we have those too. Get everything your dream kitchen needs at a price you didn't dream possible. In-store or online at ikea.us/dreamkitchen. Dream the possibilities.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/beat. That's ethos.com/beat.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Back to Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910 and always on our free iHeartRadio app. Here's the Bass Daddy and Tournament Pro, Don McDowell.
Back visiting with the Master Rod Builder, keeping with our fishing theme today from Rim Country Custom Rods, located in downtown Payson, where the weather's probably just absolutely perfect. James, what's happening up there?
Hey, good morning, Don. It is a perfect day. A little overcast today, but 50 degrees and pretty nice out there, actually. It'd be a good day to be on the water.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, before we get started, what's your recap on the commission meeting yesterday? Friday, I'm sorry.
Yes, Friday. A great commission meeting down at headquarters. You know, a couple of highlights, as you and I talked last week, Don, was our hunt regulations review. You know, every 5 years, the department presents what they call their hunt guidelines, and it kind of sets the anticipation of what hunting's going to be like in Arizona over the next 5 years. But then each year, we get to go over our hunt regulations, different than the guidelines, but it's more specifically taken a 1 year slice of what we think's happening, because sometimes it changes. So some really good conversations about different big game species. We talked specifically about deer, bighorn sheep, mountain lions was a good topic. That's the one you and I talked about, Don. And you know, it's interesting when the department presents how much science, how much biology, how much information goes into making these hunt regulations and guidelines. It's pretty amazing. It's really hard to argue with the data.
Well, I definitely would agree with that, but there was an awful lot of comments, especially on the bighorn sheep, some of the additions, reductions. And I find it interesting that the comments basically are overlooked. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, we did receive several comments on bighorn sheep. We had some public speakers come to the commission meeting. This was one of the longest commission meetings, I think, in my career. We didn't get out of there until almost 6 o'clock on Friday night.
I'll tell you what, I was tuned in. I couldn't be there, but I was in a position where I could keep it tuned in on the computer and or on my phone, and I can't tell you how many 6-packs of beer and bags of peanuts I went through. No, I'm kidding.
I was waiting for that. But what was interesting with the comments on sheep, nobody was disputing the decisions that were made. It was the timeliness. When we do bighorn sheep surveys, they're done mostly by aerial surveys, so helicopters. Extremely expensive. It costs in the area of $10,000 an hour.
Oh, it's absolutely crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, doing these surveys. So we set up to do these surveys once every 3 years in these regions. So that's what I will say complaints, but that's what some of the people pointed out, that we're making hunt regulations, and we haven't surveyed the area recently. Now, some of those units are scheduled to be surveyed next year, and one of the action items that the commission gave to the department was to go figure out where to get the money to go to survey all of those units next year.
Well, I'm glad you used that term, because that's kind of where I was headed. We have the comments, both from the peanut gallery or the constituency, and then we have the commission comments, and then you have the big game presenters that have a comment, of course, and everything's back to science, but the action items seem to me take into consideration what the comments are pointing to or alluding to, that the commission directs the department to go back and research.
Right, to do more. But the key on this one, Don, we said, because most of the comments came from the Arizona Desert Bighorn Sheep Society and the Yuma Valley Rod and Gun Club. So we're now asking those organizations to help contribute some of the money to offset the cost of doing the surveys. We talked with Eric Hunt. He's the president of Arizona Desert Bighorn Sheep. He offered to pay Doug, I forget Doug's last name, was there for Yuma Valley Rod and Gun Club, and he also offered to contribute to that. So we're looking forward to having that important data for next year. And then we'll have current data, and everybody can see what's going on there.
Okay, one quick question on mountain lion issues. I had some input, and thank you for accepting that. Unit 1 and 27. Is there any plan on separating those two units?
We've looked at that in the past. In fact, we had one of our public speakers talk about it. And the address was because it's different types of terrain.
Exactly.
And therefore, we end up with what this person was saying was too many mountain lions, which is kind of strange, because about 50% say that we should be cutting tags because we have too many mountain lions, or we don't have enough mountain lions, and others say we should be adding tags because we have too many. This one is a rancher who's in the northern part of 27, where there are a good abundance of mountain lions, and so she was requesting to separate those two units. The zones that we have established are supposed to combine different areas together like that. We want to have that mix of topography. So at least there was no discussion to separate them. I think we'll probably keep it the way it is.
Interesting. Okay, moving ahead, what's happening out at the Mother Lake?
Yeah, let me just make one more comment about the Mont Limestone, because this is always important. The department presented 25 years of history on mountain lions. Those who hunt in Arizona know that if you harvest a mountain lion, you have to present the carcass to the Arizona Game and Fish Department, and they do a tooth extraction. So we look at age, we look at gender, we divide this all up, we get a count for how many mountain lions are harvested, and from that count, we can then determine what the population is generally in that area or in that zone. So over this 25 years, the mountain lion population in Arizona has been very stable. It's somewhere between 2,000 and 3,000 lions, and slightly increasing in some areas we're seeing. But those who are on both sides of the fence, we stick to the science, we stick to the history. If there was really poor management going on with lions in the state of Arizona, we'd see a lot of volatility in our numbers and estimates. This is very stable, very, very good data that we collect on mountain lions.
Well, as I pointed out, I've given accolades to the department on maintaining a very healthy breeding population of mountain lions. That's certainly the case of of that particular issue. But it's gone from the last time I looked at it, and I don't remember what year that was, 2,704 mountain lions compared to this particular year of 2,994. And I'm going to go down to taking your suggestion. I'm going to look at the records request on some issues. I'd like to see what the predation number is, because that's different than a sport take in how that plays in and so on and so forth. But, that's a topic for homework. So let's get on down to Roosevelt. It's an awesome time of year.
So fishing, we are still... There's not a lot of pre-spawn right now. I would say most guys are fishing either spawning fish, and they will continue to spawn this month and next month through Roosevelt Lake. But because of the stable weather, because of the warmer weather, it seems like the spawn's happening a little early this year. So spawn fish, which means on beds, you're fishing in 5 feet of water, 10 feet of water or less.
Oh, my favorite.
Your favorite.
Yeah.
And then post-spawn is a reaction bite. I mean spinnerbaits. If you have a white spinnerbait, I don't care what size it is, I don't care how bad it looks, I don't care. It doesn't even have to run through. if the wire's bent, it doesn't matter. Throw a white spinnerbait and you'll catch all the fish you need.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to hang on through the break. We've got to do this hard break for Fox Sports 910. Sure. More with, I wanted to call him Captain James, but that's another guy. It's Commissioner James. All right, we'll be right back.
No matter what boat or watercraft you drive, your safety starts with the proper personal flotation devices for you and the people aboard your vessel. Hey, I'm Don McDowell, professional angler and saltwater fisherman and United States Coast Guard Auxiliarist, Flotilla 1011 Guardians of the Southwest. Mustang Survival PFDs are our only choice when enjoying our own watercraft or saving lives. Our lives depend on Mustang survival gear, and so does yours. Boat safe, boat smart, boat with Mustang. Your life may depend on it. Available locally at Sportsman's Warehouse Courthouse, I-17, and Yorkshire Drive.
In today's world, personal and family safety, home and business are at risk. Roll Shutter Systems shutters protects your family, home, and business assets, providing security, privacy, weather protection, noise reduction, and all built for specific needs. Roll Shutter Systems is family owned and operated for 40 years and manufactured in Phoenix, Arizona. They ship and install throughout the USA, Canada, and Mexico. For your free estimate, click RollShutterSystemsUSA.com or call 623-869-7057.
It's time to join the Howl Pack. In 2025, Howl for Wildlife campaigns will inspire advocacy, influence decision makers, and build resistance to the constant attacks from the anti-hunting industry. Howl is committed to protecting hunting, angling, and trapping opportunities nationwide, and we invite you to join the Howl Pack. Howl for Wildlife is committed to winning. Visit howlforwildlife.org to learn more and join the pack.
Here is a great way to help Arizona's wildlife conservation efforts. Put an AZ Wildlife Conservation license plate on your car, truck, or RV and show the world you care. When you do, you are contributing to the AZ Wildlife Conservation Fund, which manages grants for habitat improvements and hunter-angler recruitment. Simply go online to servicearizona.com and select the AZ Wildlife Conservation plate for your license plate renewal. Show the world you care.
Arizona Catalog, the official magazine of the Arizona Cattle Growers Association monthly publication, provides essential updates on issues impacting the ranching industry in our great state and nationally. The Arizona Catalog provides industry news from the University of Arizona, National Cattlemen's Beef Association, the Arizona Farm Bureau, National and Arizona Department of Agriculture, and others. Timely notifications of legislation on local, state, and federal levels, as well as other issues that may affect the ranching community. Spotlight on rancher highlights, activities, events, and dialogue from our president, executive director, board members, fight the fight for you. Regular features include cattle growers reports, cattle comments, activities for kids, and animal health. The Arizona Catalog monthly magazine is created by ranchers for ranchers. Get your subscription today at azcattlegrowers.org or call 602-267-1129 and then ask how you can join the Arizona Cattle Growers Association. What's on your plate?
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
$3,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for buying gas. Earn cash back with Upside just by filling up your tank. Download Upside now and start earning easy cash back. The more you use Upside, the more you get. Use promo code WORTH to get an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code WORTH for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
What if your soda actually did something for you? Introducing Sky Pop Protein Soda. Sky Pop Protein Soda has 10 grams of complete protein, 0 sugar, and real delicious soda taste. Sky Pop Protein Soda. Reach for the sky. Get your Sky Pop Protein Soda now at Target.
Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
If you love the outdoors, make sure you sign up for the weekly hunting fishing newsletter to stay up to date with the latest outdoorsman news across the nation. Sign up today at huntingfishing.com. Now back to Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910.
James, thanks for staying with us. I've got a text from one of our loyal listeners, Angler, pretty good guy, in spite of the fact that he plays hockey, but, you know. I from a Coast Guard standpoint, I'm getting reports of excessive numbers of paddle boards up on Bartlett. In this particular one, talks about upstream from the cliffs being a flotilla of rafts and paddle boarders with sit-down posture, and it's becoming more dangerous as we move along. I don't know if you have any knowledge on that, because that belongs over on boating safety and enforcement. Have you heard anything about this?
Almost as long as paddle boards have been around, and even the kayak fishermen, that's that has been an issue. Everybody understands people who boat, when you go from a sitting position on the water and you put the throttle down, the front of your bow comes up, which obstructs the view and makes it hard to see what's in front of you. So boaters need to be careful out there and understand. And the people that are in those kayaks and paddle boards, I mean, they need to understand, too, not to be in the way of those things or, in paths where I've seen some of those out in the middle of Roosevelt Lake.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, what are you doing out here? Like, you should be in their shore, go up and down the shoreline or something, not out in the middle of the lake. So everyone's entitled to the water. It's all public stuff. Everybody's gets a decal, gets a permit to go do those things. And some of them don't even require permitting because of the way they're constructed. They don't have motors and they're not over a certain size. But just an abundance of caution. That's what I usually promote to groups that I speak with.
Well, one of the things that, I'm speaking personally, and certainly not on behalf of the Coast Guard Auxiliary or anybody else, we need mandatory, and I'm going to repeat that one more time because it needs to be repeated, mandatory boating safety classes. I don't care if you're in a fiberglass boat, aluminum boat, paddleboard, kayak, Tupperware boat, whatever the case is. People are getting killed. It's bottom line. I think we're going to have another buffer year, averaging 14, 15, 16 deaths on the lakes.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of the most dangerous lakes in the nation, and it's not getting any better. Enforcement is lacking just because of the number of boaters that we have. We've got more watercraft per capita than any state in the United States, and it's a big problem. It's a big problem for you guys.
Yeah, it is, and this gets back to we have the same question with OHVs and other vehicles that are out there. Like, who's responsible for that? Who is going to be the agency that steps up? Well, as an example, the decals for boats, goes to Game and Fish, but that's for law enforcement side of things. So we never get around to the safety thing. You'll recall for OHVs, it took a state legislation to actually put a plan in place that OHV drivers or renters have to take a little safety course before they go ride those things or before they can get a new decal.
Well, I would suggest on that note that, they forego the safety class and give them an IQ test before they let them buy one. But that's just me.
I can't disagree with you on that, Don.
Yeah. Okay, if anybody wants to send a hate mail, that's James Guggenauer at, okay.
Yeah, that's azgfd.gov.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Okay, any parting comments on behalf of Rim Country Custom Rods?
No, I just, a great time to be fishing. I don't care what species, trout, all the rim lakes. I'm getting reports just over the top on how good the fishing is. And my parting comment would be I'm really disappointed in Hendricks Motorsports. Didn't qualify very well, but our number 5 car is at least in the top 10. And the good news is we got 3 Toyotas in front of us, and we all know that they will break down.
Yeah, well, did you watch the Otto O'Reilly's race yesterday?
I didn't see that one.
Well, Kyle Larson dominated in the Hendricks 88 car, clear down to the end, and then for some reason, I mean, this gets into planning, and the pit strategy sucked. He shouldn't have, in my opinion, shouldn't have pitted when he did, because he came out 5 cars, he led, 190 laps or something. I mean, he was just dominating. And then he got behind Connor Zellick and couldn't get around him. And then he bounced off the wall, acting like Bubba Wallace, just kind of skin the wall a little bit. But, I think it's going to be, Bristol Motor Speedway, they tout fastest half mile on the planet, and it is a fast track. It's concrete, and tires are going to be an issue, and there's going to be a lot of paint swapping and use of bumpers. So.
Yep. I'm watching Joe Gibbs. Ty Gibbs, the driver for Joe Gibbs Racing.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy is on fire. I wouldn't be surprised to watch him.
Well, you got Ryan Blaney up front. He's going to be another contender. I mean, there's some good guys up there. So it's going to be a tough race. It's a long race. That short track is hard on the cars, so it's going to be interesting. But anyway, I'll be in touch.
Sure. Yeah, I'm sure I'll get your text. Hey, great show today, Tom.
I appreciate you. Any comments on the offshore? You have any plans for that? And when are you going back up to Duncanby?
Duncanby is in August. We'll be going up there. We always like the August trip because that's when the larger tie-ees for Chinook salmon begin to enter into Rivers Inlet. So I'm just, I don't even want to talk about it because once I get my mind set on going up there, that's all I can think about.
Yeah. Right now I'm thinking yellowtail. They're starting to chew. So anyway, appreciate your participation. The best to the commission and all the fine folks in downtown Payson where the weather's always awesome.
Thanks for all you do.
All right. Thank you, James. We're gonna back on out of here. We got stuff to do today, and I got a course. My farmer friend over here to go to San Diego next weekend. Hang out, have cheeseburgers, brats, and woo! It's a good time. All righty, and you can wear your John Deere hat. Yeah, there you go. All right, take your kids fishing, hug your bass boat, give us a like on Instagram and Facebook. We'll be back next week.
Don McDowell Outdoor Radio has been sponsored by Southwest Ranch Supply.
Hey, I heard that.